Hello children and welcome to your channel Shadda Educare, and in this video we are going to begin with question number 2A and 2B from question bank which is released by Maharashtra State Board and from the chapter Arithmetic, Progression and Probability. Let's begin children. So the first question from Arithmetic Progression of 2A, activity based question. Out of 3 questions, any 2 questions you will have to attempt children, and each is of 2 marks. So the first question says find the sum of 1000 positive integers. Find the sum means add. When you add 1000 numbers, what will be the answer? That you will have to find out. You can add 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5 and then till 1000, but it will take so much time. Instead we can use one formula and we can find out. Okay, let's begin. So first we will solve and then we will do the activity. By solving you will understand the method and then it will be easy for you to solve the activity. Okay, your numbers integers are 1, 2, 3 and so on up to 1000. And what is it? Sum of 1000 positive integers. So if sum of, what is the formula which you will be using? Sn is equal to n upon 2 in the bracket 2a plus n minus 1 into d. So you will require a, you will require d and you will require n. We want to find out sum of 1000 term. Sum of n term means this, and if sum of 1000 means n will be equal to 1000. A is the first term always and d is what? Difference between 2 consecutive term. And how to find out that? T2 minus T1 is equal to d, that T2 is 2 minus 1 is equal to 1. So d is 1. You got d as 1 children. So you know n, you know a and you also know d. We can find out now. Children, I hope you must have understood how did I do that. N means the number of terms. How many terms are there? 1000 positive terms. 1000 positive integers, so total number of numbers are 1000. And what is the first term? A. What is the difference? 1. Let's use it. S1000 is equal to 2 into A is 1 plus n. N is how much? 1000 bracket minus 1 in the, then d is 1 bracket close. So what? 2 5s are 20, so it is 500 bracket 2 into 1 is 2 plus 1000 minus 1 is 999 into 1. So 500 into 1, 999 plus 2 is 1001. When you add 999, it will plus 2 will be 1001. 999 rupees plus 2 rupees is 1001 rupee. So now multiply it. How to multiply children? See, 500 into 1001. Let me multiply 5. 5 ones are, let me multiply it here, okay. See, 5 ones are 5. 5 zeros are 0. 5 zeros are 0. 5 ones are 5. Now how many zeros are there here? 2 0. This is your final answer. Now let's do the activity. Sn is equal to n upon 2 2a plus n minus 1 into d. So we have to write here n upon 2 2a plus n minus 1 into d and bracket close. Now S1000 is 1000 upon 2. 1 plus 1000, that will be after solution. Now there is no need, directly it is done. So if you divide, you get 500. See, we have already got 500 into, when you add it, 1001, even we got 1001. When multiply, final answer is 500. So sum of the 1000 positive integers is 500. Total sum of 1000 positive integers. You can pause the video and you can solve the sum. Second activity, which term of the following is minus 940? See, the term are beginning from 50, then 40, then 30, then 20, then 10, then 0, then minus 10. Means you are going 10 steps behind. Then it will be minus 20, then minus 30, minus 40. So like that, what is the number of that term when it will be minus 940? Like here it is second, here third, here fourth. So what is the number of this term? In the middle so many terms are there. So minus 940 term. So if you don't know the term, you will write it as Tn. Okay, because we don't know which number it is. For example, this is T1, this is T2, this is T3, third term, this is fourth term. So the number of this term we don't know, so we will write Tnth term. Okay. So what is the Tnth term? What is this n value? We need to find out. First we will solve and then we will fill the activity. So we have got A is 50, the first term is known as 50, and D is difference between two consecutive terms. Let's find difference. How to find out? T2 minus T1 is equal to D. What is T2? 40 minus 50. So what is 40 minus 50? Minus 10. So D is minus 10. Now Tn is minus 940 given. So for finding any Tnth term, we have to use this formula, A plus n minus 1 into D. And this is what? Now here Tn is what? Minus 940. So we will use minus 940 Tn is equal to what? A. What is A? 50. 50 plus n minus 1, n we don't know. D is what? Into minus 10. Into minus 10. You got? Let us write here. Tn is what? Minus 940 is equal to A is what? 50 plus n we don't know, minus 1. D is what? Into minus 10. Now minus 940 is equal to 50 plus minus 10 will be multiplied with everything inside the bracket. So minus 10 into n is minus 10n. Minus 10 into minus 1 is plus 10. 10 into 1 is plus 10, because both are minus, so it will become plus. 10 into 1 is 10. Now I open the bracket, plus minus will become minus. 50 minus 10n plus 10. So 50 plus 10 would be 60 minus 10n, and it is minus 940. I will take minus 10 here and minus 940 that side. So when I will shift, the sign will change. What would happen? See, this is equal, this is equal in the middle. So 60 is wherever it is, minus 10, let me write again, minus 940. See, I am taking minus 940 here, it will become plus 940, and 10n here, it will become plus. See, it was minus 10, it became plus 10. It was minus 940, it became plus 940. Now, 940 plus 60 is how much? 1000. 10n. So n is equal to 1000 upon 10, 0, 0 cancel, is equal to 100. So there are n is equal to 100. There are how many? What is the number of this term? This term's number is 100. So t 100th term is 940. You can pause the video and you can solve this. Third question. For an AP, if T1 is 1 and Tn is 149, we have to find out Sn. Here T1 is given 1 and Tn is given 149. We need to find out Sn. As soon as Sn comes, immediately the formula of Sn is equal to n upon 2, 2a plus n minus 1 into d comes in your brain. Immediately you think about it, okay? But something here, it is given n upon 2, this plus this, and there is no, a is there, but d we do not know. So we can't use this formula, children. We can use this formula only when we know a and when we know d. We know a in this case because T1 is nothing but a, but we do not know d because second term is not given to find the difference between two consecutive terms. So we can't use this formula. So what is another formula? Another formula is Sn is equal to n upon 2 T1 plus Tn. This is another formula when only first term is given and nth term is given. When only first term is given and nth term. Yes, here nth term is given. Tnth term is given. So we can use this formula. So Sn is equal to n upon 2 T1 plus Tn. Let us place the value here. N upon 2. T1 is how much? 1 plus Tn is how much? 149. That would be n upon 2. 149 plus 1 is 150. Divide it 75. You know, you must be knowing how to divide it. 2 7s are 14. 1 2 5s are 10. So 75. So 75 n is the answer for Sn. Let's fill it. N upon 2 into 1 plus 149, that would be 75n. Let me write directly. 150. That would be 150. So when you divide it, it will be 75. So your Sn is equal to 75n, and that is what they were asking you to find out. Find Sn. You can pause the video and you can solve the sum, children. Fourth question. Find T19 for the given AP 9, 4, minus 1, minus 6. It is in AP and A is equal to 9. So what will be D? To find D when the sequence is in AP, T2 minus T1. This is your T1, children. This is T2. This is T3. Any consecutive term you can take. And to find D, D is equal to what? T2 minus T1 or T3 minus T2 or T4 minus T3. By any one you can find out. Okay, let's take this first one. So T2 minus T1 is how much? T2 is what? 4 minus T1 is how much? 9. 4 minus 9 is minus 5. Okay. Now formula is written here. Tn is equal to a plus n minus 1 into d. Tn is T19th term. A is how much? A is 9. A is 9 plus n is 19 minus 1. D is how much? Into minus 5. Okay. 9 plus 19 minus 1, 18 into minus 5. So 18 into minus 5 will be how much? 18 into minus 5. 5 8s are 40. 5 1s are 5 plus 4. 9 minus 90. So it will be 9 plus minus 90. Okay. 9 answer we have to write here. Let me calculate here. 9 plus minus 90. Plus minus will become minus. 9 minus 90. 9 minus 90 is minus 81. So 9 minus 9 is 81. That is minus, sign of greater number. So T19 is minus 81. Question 5, common difference D we have to find for the given AP 7, 14, 21, 28. So it is in AP and we need to find out the common difference. The T1 is 7, T1 means the first term, T2 is 14, this is T2, this is T1, this is T3, term 3, and term 4 would be 28 children. Fine. Now T2 minus T1, T2 is how much? 14. So 14 minus T1 is 7 is equal to 7. So what is the answer? 7. T3 minus T2, see T3 minus T2, T3 is 21 minus T2 is 14, again 7. 21 minus 14 is 7 because 14 and then 6 20 and then 1 7. T4 minus T3, T4 is 28, 28 minus 21, that would be 7. So here also we got 7, here also we got 7. Therefore the common difference is 7 children. Now we are done with question number 2A of arithmetic progression. We will begin with 2B. Question number 2B, any 4 you will have to solve. There would be 5 questions, 2 marks each, total 8 marks. We have to solve this, solve the following, decide whether the following sequence is in AP or not. The first question. The sequence is given 3, 5, 7, 9, 11 and we have to decide whether it is in arithmetic, it is in AP or not. So let's begin. The first term is T1, second one is T2, third one is T3, T4 and T5. To decide whether the given sequence is in AP or not, there has to be constant value between the difference between the two consecutive terms. If you take any two consecutive term and when you subtract them, whatever value you will get, that should be same. For example, if I take T2 minus T1, what will I get? T2 is 5 minus 3, which is equal to 2. Now I will take T3 minus T2. T3 is 7 minus 5, again I am getting 2. Then I will take T4 minus T3. T4 is 9 minus 7, which is equal to 2 again. T5 minus T4. T5 is 11 minus 9, it is again 2. So the difference between the two consecutive terms, consecutive term are same. That means T2 minus T1 is nothing but D. Everywhere we got the D value as 2. So D is equal to constant. If D is constant, then the given sequence is in AP. And therefore 3, 5, 7, 9, 11 is in AP. Second question, find the first 4 terms of an AP. We need to find out first 4 terms of an AP whose first term is 3. So first term is 3, that means T1 is 3 and the common difference is 4 and D is equal to 4. T1 is nothing but A. Children, if D is given and any one of the term is given, we can use the formula. For example, it is T1 and D is there. So the formula is T2 minus T1, which is D. I am getting here T2. So T2 minus T1 is what? 3, and D is how much? 4. Minus 3 will come here. So T2 is equal to 4 plus 3. So second term is equal to 7. We got second term. So let me write here. First term is given 3. So second term is 7. Now let us find the next term. T2 we got. So T3 minus T2 is equal to D. T3 we don't know, but T2 we know 7, which is equal to D4. 7 will come here. So T3 is equal to minus 7 will become plus 4 plus 7, that is equal to 11. Now we got third term also. Now we can find further. T4 minus T3 is equal to D. T4 we don't know. T3 we know 11 is equal to D. D is 4. Minus 11 will come here. So T4 is equal to minus 11 will go there. 4 is already there and it will become plus. That is equal to 15. So first 4 term, that is 1, 2, 3, 4. These are the first 4 terms. They are, that is T1 which we already know, T2 we got, T3 we got, and T4 we got. So first 4 terms we have got, that is T1, T2, T3 and T4. You can pause and you can solve the sum, children. Question number 3. 1, 6, 11 and 16 are given and you need to find out the 18th term. So this is T1, T2, T3, T4. First term, second term, third term, fourth term. And we need to find out 18th term. Here T1 is nothing but A, and A is how much? 1. We want to find out 18th term. That means T18th we want to find out. And what is the formula to find out any number of term? The formula is Tn is equal to A plus n minus 1 into D. Now here n we know, that is 18. N is equal to 18. And A also we know, which is 1. D we do not know. We can find from here the number of terms which are given. So we can find D, that is by T2 minus T1 is equal to D. How much is T2? 6 minus T1 is 1, that is 5. So we know D also. Children, we need to find out T18. Instead of Tn, I will write T18, which is equal to A is 1, then plus n is what? If here it is n, here it is n. If here it is 18, here it will be 18 minus 1 into D. Into D is what? 5. So 1 plus 17 into 5. 1 plus 17 5s are 85. So 85 plus 1 is 86. So your T18th term is 86, children. And this is what we wanted to find out. Fourth question, children. In an AP, A is equal to 2, D is equal to 3 and we have to find out S12. So if you want to find out S12, which formula will you use? You will use Sn. Sn is equal to n upon 2 bracket 2a plus n minus 1 into D. Now if I want to find out S12, my n is equal to how much? 12. So I know n. So S12, that is 12 upon 2. So do I know A? Yes, A is also known to us. 2 into 2 plus n is how much? 12. 12 minus 1. Do I know D? Yes, D is also known. Into 3, bracket close. Now 2 and 12 can divide. 2 can divide 12. So it will be 6. 2 2s are 4 plus 12 minus 1, 11 into 3. Now 6 will be outside the bracket. 4 plus, first you multiply. 11 3s are 33. 33 plus 4 is 37. So 6 into 37. Multiply 37. 37. 6 sevens are 42. Carry 4. 6 is 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. 2, 2, 2. So S12 is equal to, therefore S12 is equal to 222. You can pause and you can solve the sum, children. Fifth question, find the first 4 terms of a sequence, and the sequence formula is given Tn is equal to n plus 2. When Tn is equal to n plus 2, we need to find out first 4 term. The first term, second term, third term, that means we need to find out T1, T2, T3 and T4. Let's begin with T1. If T1 means T1 will come here. Let me write T1 is equal to 1, n means 1 plus 2 which is equal to 3. So T1 is 3. T2 means I'll write T2, n is 2 plus 2 which is equal to 4. So it is 4. T3 is 2 plus, n is 3 plus 2, n is 3 plus 2 which is equal to 5. And T4 is equal to, n is 4 plus 2 which is equal to 6. So your first 4 terms are 3, 4, 5 and 6. You just have to use the formula and write down the terms. T1 means 1 plus 2, T2 means 2 plus 2. Why? Because this formula is given. Sequence is already given. And you have to make use of this and then find out all. Sixth question, in an AP, A is given 10 and D is given 3. We have to find out the first 4 term. That means we have to find out T1, T2, T3 and T4. A is given. A means T1. So we know T1 but we do not know T2. And you know, when it is a sequence, you can use the formula T2 minus T1 is equal to D. We don't know T2, but we know T1. What is T1? 10. A is nothing but T1. So 10 is equal to D. D is how much? 3. Minus 10 will come here. So T2 is equal to 3 plus 10, that is equal to 13. So second term is 13. Now third term, that is T3 minus T2. How much is T3? We don't know, which is equal to D. T3 is equal to D plus T2. How much is D? 3 plus T2 is how much? T2 is 13. So it is equal to 16. So we got T3 as 16. Let's go for T4. Now again, T4 minus T3 is equal to D. T4 we don't know. T3 we know 16. D is 3. Place the value. Minus 16 will move here. So T4 is equal to 3 plus 16 which is equal to 19. So we got all the 4 terms. So 4 terms which were supposed to be found is 10, 13, 16 and 19. Seventh sum, sequence is 1, 7, 13 and 19 and we have to find out 18th term of this AP. So here we have to find out T18th. A is 1. For finding 18th term, which formula we will use? We know Tn is equal to A plus n minus 1 into D. This is the formula which we will be using. Tn means any number of term. What is that number? 18. So n is equal to 18. Okay. So we know n, we know A. Do we know D? No. We need to find out. How will we find out D? By T2 minus T1 is equal to D. This is T1, this is T2, this is T3. T2 minus T1 means 7 minus 1, and 7 minus 1 is equal to 6. So we got D also. Now we can use these information in this formula. So T18 is equal to A is how much? 1 plus n is 18 minus 1 into D. D is how much? 6. So 1 plus 17 into 6. So 1 plus, first you will not do addition, first you will do multiplication and then you will add. 6 sevens are 42, 6 ones are 6 plus 4, 10, 102 plus 1 is 103. So T18th term is 103 children. 8th sum, in an AP, A is equal to 4, D is equal to 0. Find the first 5 terms. A is given 4. A is nothing but T1 which is equal to 4. And we have D also 0. We have got D which is 0. And we know formula which is related to D and T. T2 minus T1 is equal to D. T2 we don't know. So T2 minus T1 is how much? 4 which is equal to D. D is 0. Minus 4 will come here. So T2 is equal to plus 4. So we got second term. We want to find first 5 terms. A we know 4. T1 we know 4. Now T2 we got 4. Now T3 minus T2 is equal to D. T3 we don't know, T2 we know 4. T3 minus 4, D we know 0. 4 will go here. So T3 is plus 4. So we got third term also 4. Let's go for fourth term. T4 minus T3 is equal to D. This is the formula, children. See, everywhere you see T2 minus T1, T3 minus T2, T4 minus T3. So T5 minus T4 will come next. Okay. T4 we don't know. T3 we know 4. D we know 0. 4 will go here. So T4 is equal to plus 4. So even fourth term we got as 4. But they are asking first 5 terms. So again we have to do. That is T5 minus T4 is equal to D. See the sequence, children. T2 minus T1 is D. T3 minus T2 is D. Then T4 minus T3 is D. T5 minus T4 is D. So we don't know T5. So T5 minus T4. T4 is what? 4 is equal to D. D is what? 0. Minus 4 will come here. So T5 is equal to minus 4 will become plus. So even the fifth term is 4. So all the terms are 4 since difference between the two consecutive term is 0. Ninth sum, children. A is given 6. D is given 10. We have to find out S10. S10. So sum of 10 terms, we can find it by the formula Sn. Sn, sum of n terms, is equal to n upon 2. 2a plus n minus 1 into d. This is the formula for sum of 10 terms. Now in this, what we know? N we know because it is 10. So n is equal to 10. A we know, A is given. D we know because D is also given. Directly we can use this. Let us do it. S10 is equal to 10 upon 2 because n is what? 10 and here n is 10. So 10 upon 2. 2 into A is how much? 6 plus n is what? 10 minus 1 into d. D is what? 10. 2 and 10 can be divided, children. So we get 5 here. 2 6 are 12. Then plus, first solve the bracket. 10 minus 1, 9 into 10. Now see here, children are making mistake. First they do what? 12 plus 9. When plus or minus is there and multiplication is there, first you will be multiplying. And whatever you will get, then you will be adding. So 5. Why it is like that? You know BODMAS rule? BODMAS. First bracket, open, division, then multiplication, then addition, and then subtraction. So when addition, subtraction is there, before that you must multiply, if multiply is there. So first multiplication, then addition, then subtraction. You have to follow this method. So here addition is also there, multiplication is also there, and bracket is also there. See here bracket was there. So first I solved this bracket and I got 9. Okay. So after this I am again having a bracket, but here inside what is there? Multiplication. 12 plus 9 tens are 90. After multiplication, then addition. So add 5. First I am solving the bracket, open, and then I will multiply. Okay. So 90 plus 12 is 102. Now open the bracket. 5 into 102. Multiply. 5 2s are 10, carry 1. 5 zeros are 0, plus 1, 1. 5 ones are 5. 510. So sum of first 10 terms when A is 6 and D is 10 is equal to 510. So S10 is equal to 510. You can pause and you can solve this sum check. Last question of arithmetic progression of question 2A and 2B. 2B question, solve the following. Decide whether the sequence 24, 17, 10, 3 is an AP. If yes, find its Tth term. So we have to, when we have to decide whether the given sequence is in AP or not, the difference, common difference should be same, constant. So how many terms are there? T1, T2, T3 and T4. There are 4 terms. So let's find out the common difference. T2 minus T1 is equal to D. So what is T2? Yes, 17 minus T1 is how much? 24. So 24 minus 17 is, sign will be minus, children, and it will be 3, 7 minus 7. So here we got D as minus 7. Let's go for T3 minus T2. T3 is 10 minus 17. So 17 minus 10 is again minus 7. See, sign of the greater number. 17 minus 10 is 7. So minus 7. Then let's find T4 minus T3. That is 3 minus 10. Again it is minus 7. So difference is constant. D is equal to constant. If D is constant, the sequence 24, 17, 10 and 3 is in AP. Okay. The difference between the consecutive term is same and therefore the given sequence is in AP. Difference between consecutive term is same and therefore the given sequence is in AP. If the given sequence is AP, yes, then find Tnth term. So what is Tn formula? Tn is equal to A plus n minus 1 into D. Let's place the value. A is how much? A is nothing but the first term, 24, plus n minus 1. D is how much? Minus 7. Minus 7. Let's calculate. Minus 7 is outside the bracket. So first we will multiply everything which is outside the bracket. 24 plus minus 7 into n minus 7n. Minus 7 into minus 1 plus 7. Now I will open the bracket. 24 plus minus 7n plus 7. This is plus will be added. See, 7n cannot be added to 24 because this is with the variable n and it is without variable. This is the number. You cannot add. So you can add 24 and 7. 24 and 7 would be 31. So your Tn term will be 31. 24 plus 7 is 31 minus 7n. So Tnth term is 31 minus 7n, children. You can pause the video and you can solve. So this complete our arithmetic progression 2 marks question activity as well as solve the following. Now we will begin with probability 2 marks question.